everybody, it is David and Jen here and Santa, and we are getting ready for a holly jolly Christmas at David Christopher's today.
Yes, we are. I have no idea what I have no words.
Come back.
The only thing I have words for is we don't know if you're anything like us this year. It's been a year of challenges. We're extremely thankful for the blessings God has given us, but we are experiencing lots of challenges in the year 2021, which I'm assuming you can relate. And I've been a little sad here in the last couple of days because I'm just not sure how to deal with it. But I'm very thankful that I have been reminded of all the times that God has gotten us out of difficult situations in the past. So I am doing everything that I can do, like it depends on me, but I am praying because it definitely depends on Him. And I just want to take a few seconds and encourage you if you are somebody who's had a whole lot of bad news in the last week. Like every day we've gotten another excuse from a container shipping line of why they can't get us our stuff. We're trying desperately, doing everything we possibly can, but trucks breaking down, people out sick, and we just cannot seem to get our containers in. But they are coming in, just not when we're expecting them, and that's caused lots of problems. But we're excited to be bringing you a new video. I had some good news today that I was super excited about. We got our ribbon in yesterday, and our ribbon with our new David Christopher's flanges on the sides. So I was really happy about those. Santa was also
he's excited. And Santa says, "Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year."
So I had to grab my holly jolly ribbon out of the stack because we haven't even gotten it stacked up to ship yet.
Hold Santa a minute. I know you're all wondering about my beautiful necklace. You want one for yourselves, don't you? Well, actually, it is not a noose, which is what it looks like now, but it's garland, which is going to go on this tree that we're doing today. So that gives you a little sneak peek at the colors and the theme of holly jolly. So let's get started.
Yeah. I'm going to start by doing some what I call tree extenders. So I want some of my branches. This is our Carolina pine, and it's a very realistic tree. It's got some great tips that I can hang some ornaments from. But as you know, if you've seen any of our videos, I like to hang ornaments a little further out from the tree sometimes. So I'm going to put some longer branches in that I can affix to outside the tree. Basically, I'm going to use several different versions of tree extenders. So I've got this bright green pine that's a little more of a Scotch pine. And that's going to give us a little bit different texture. I love these because they're so wired and easy to use. You can just bend the tips in different directions if you need them shaped a certain way. And then I have this other version that's got a really stiff wire and just kind of some spotty branches. I'm going to put those more toward the top. This is a 7.5 foot tree, so I can reach most of it from the ground. You may have to get to a step ladder at some point.
And remember that everything you see in the video today can be found at davidchristopher's.com. We sell wholesale and retail. So all of these are our products. All of the stems and sprays are David Christopher's designs and products that we have imported. So you don't have to go to our website and wonder which ones are David's designs or David Christopher's brand versus some other brand, because it's all going to be David Christopher's brand.
I'm going to continue with this kind of cypress that's got a bright green color to it, just to give it a little different texture here and there. This tree is going to be really natural, lots and lots of berries, lots of different pines. And then we've got the wooden bead necklaces like Jennifer's wearing. I think I have my pines kind of mixed throughout the tree pretty decently. So we're going to start with some Magnolia branches at this point. This is what we call our estate Magnolia pine berry. It's got a little eucalyptus and pine cone. These leaves are all wired, so you can bend them in the direction that you feel like they need to go. So keep that in mind. And we're going to put these in the tree, and then I'm going to wrap a little piece of the tree on that particular branch around it so that it stays in for two reasons. One, I don't want it to come out as I affix other things, and two, we get a lot of kids in the store at Christmas and they like to try to pull everything out of the tree. So this is our holly jelly theme. So what would it be without some holly? And I love variegated holly that's got this nice white tip on the outside edges. This has a little red berry and some pine cones mixed with it as well. And we're going to add these in. We're going to use a variety of red berries. Small berries with green leaves, berries with just twigs, large berries that look more like crab apples. We're going to use a lot of different berries. We're also going to use a variety of colors of berries. So I've got bright shiny red, I've got a little darker red, I've got some in between matte and shiny, and we've got a lot of different kinds of berries to choose from. We're going to mix them into this tree.
Remind me of switches.
These would make great switches.
I wonder if that's just a southern thing. Switches. Like if you live in not
I don't know, I'm
South.
only from here. So.
I know, but if you don't live in the South, did you ever have to pick your own switch? That's my question this week.
Yeah, if we do something bad, our mother's like, go get yourself a branch. I'm fixing to beat you with it.
You would get your legs gotten with, and the little the skinnier the switch, the worse. You thought you were picking a small one, you're doing yourself a favor.
You go out and you get the one that you're like, my mom could never pick this.
A log. My mom didn't have to, I didn't get a lot of switchings or spankings growing up. I tried to follow the rules and do what I was supposed to, but I did get a few that I deserved, and some should have gotten some that I deserved that I didn't. But my mom kept a switch on the refrigerator. I guess it was kind of like reminding you to behave, do what you're supposed to.
That and the flask waters I know are popular, and
wooden spoons.
Wooden spoon.
I never understood I never carried a wooden spoon, or my mom never carried a wooden spoon. So I feel like that could turn you off to baking. If your mom
I don't want to clean anymore.
or dad used a wooden spoon. But anyway, these are very pretty, but they do remind me
They do.
of switches with berries. Berry switches.
Is that a good memory?
It's not traumatic for me because, you know,
You didn't get it very much.
no, I didn't get it very much, but it taught
should
me.
have, but
It
you
helped, yeah, but it taught me right from wrong, and it helped me to learn the rules, and, you know, I was a good girl.
Most of the time. Like all of us.
The whole world knows him well as Saint Nick or Père Noël, and once a year he'll go.
Now we're going to use some of our Mercury Plaid Balls. This is the 8-inch size. Just kind of cram it in here.
Every heart a lifted Santa, who is pulled by reindeer on his flight. From house to house he'll go.
Now our faux mercury glass plastic. We're going to add these in.
I just know he seems to do just The whole world knows him well as Saint Nick or Père Noël, and once a year he'll go barreling through the snow. From house to house he'll go.
So I have a problem. And my problem is I have way too many ribbon choices because I have a ribbon problem. And I really, really just like this plaid, this kind of bright green with the white stripe and the red, and it's red on the back. And I really like this red velvet with the bright green embroidered. And of course we have to have the embroidered holly jolly, the theme's namesake, in the tree. And I also have holly ribbon that I want to use, and there's lots of different options on how I add the ribbon to the tree as well. So we're going to use a little bit of all of it. But the majority of what we're going to use is we're going to use the plaid and the holly jolly together. So we're going to get that background. I've already cut my plaid and my holly jolly to about, I don't know, 42 inches, something like that. And I'm going to get the ends close, they don't have to be exact. And I'm going to reach fairly far back in my tree, and I'm going to kind of wad this up, kind of just make that as small as I can, and wrap a piece of my pine around that part of my ribbon, and then I'm going to let it come out, and I'm going to go back in to my tree, find a piece of, I like this really wired pine back here, and I'm going to wrap it around my ribbon, and then we're going to take the ends and we're going to curl these. So kind of like you opened a scroll. and your scroll is telling you holly jolly. I'm going to roll this back on the back side. And that's how we're going to add that version of the ribbon.
All of our ribbon comes on 10-yard rolls, and all of our ribbon is wired because...
There's a couple of exceptions to that this
Okay.
year. There's maybe...
What?
Yeah, there's maybe 5 to 10 ribbons that come on 5-yard rolls.
Oh, okay, but they're all wired.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you check them out on our website, davidchristopher's.com, it's going to tell you all of our ribbon is wired unless otherwise stated, and it'll tell you how many yards is on the roll. But like you said, most of it comes on 10 yards. Even I'm surprised. I did not know we had any 5 yards of ribbon.
Yeah, there's a couple of really, really heavily jeweled, and we have some that have like pearls sewn into the ribbon, and those are cut down because they're really, really thick.
Ah, okay. I learned something new along with you all today. But all of our ribbon is beautiful, and David does have a ribbon problem. You should see when he gets these big boxes at home of the samples, and your keep pile is usually bigger than your send back pile.
I like it.
Don't ask me how he's done in time. I just know he seems to do just
If you are a person who doesn't like to overfill your tree, this may be where you want to stop with your decor. You could always add your own handmade or homemade ornaments, things that your kids have made, pictures, things of that nature. But because we are a retail store and we think there's always room for more, David is going to add more product to this tree to show you the fully completed Holly Jolly. But this is your mid-reel update for those of you who like to have a lot of greenery still showing and like to go a little bit more on the minimalistic side.
Because we have so many ribbon options, and I can't decide because I like all of them, I'm going to use multiple sets of 2 different ribbons put together. So I'm going to use this red velvet with this bright green embroidered pattern, and I'm going to use this white with the holly because it is our Holly Jolly theme. And we're going to do this a little bit different. So I'm really just going to take a piece, put them together, and tuck that really far back in the tree, somewhere where I don't already have ribbon, and make that where it's nice and secured back here. Wrap a piece of my tree pine around that. So you want to be able to give it a little gentle tug, and it'd be okay. And then we're going to let that come out of the tree. And we're going to curl the single end out here. So we're not curling the top part, we're just curling the single end. And we're doing a few loops in the tree. Give it a little deeper red color and also more holly. So now I'm going to add this amaryllis, this red amaryllis that's got this really deep vein in it. I think that's just fantastic. Because that's how real amaryllis look. So we're going to put these on the top of our tree. If I can get around this berry. I'm going to add a couple of these guys. Give them a little bit of a bend so they don't look so stiff. I'm going to keep going with my set of 2 Amaryllis. So I'm going to place 2 of them. I want them to kind of feel like they're coming out of the tree. If you're not quite as adventurous to make your amaryllis stick out from the tree, we have other options for you. So this is our mountain amaryllis pick. It has magnolia leaves, and if you pull this plastic piece off, it's got a nice piece of bright green pine, some little curly twigs. We're going to pull our amaryllis up. It's got some eucalyptus attached to it also, and just a little bit of berry and some natural twig. So you can use these deep in the tree if you decide that you do not want all of your amaryllis coming out from the tree. We're going to do a little bit of both. So now we're going to use these beautiful Fresh Touch magnolias. They've got a Fresh Touch coating on the petals so that they actually feel real, they look real, they look like they just came off the tree. They've got kind of a next generation of magnolia leaf on the outside that they take high definition pictures and then print the magnolia leaves. So they're all just a little bit different, but this is going to help with our, we've got so much white, and so much red with our amaryllis and our berries. We're going to break that up a little bit with our white and our magnolias. So Jen is modeling one of our necklace styles. This is the other one. This is our chandelier garland. It's got the tassels and it's got the little pennant style.
And these are wooden bead garland. There's a larger size red bead, a medium size green, and then you see the little small cream colored bead. And the ends have fun little tassels.
Like a leather kind of thing.
Yeah, it looks like leather. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, so one reason that we used our tree extenders is because we want to be able to actually hang our garland a little bit away from our tree here. So these are going to assist in that. It might take a little bit of figuring out exactly where to attach these two, but we don't want to just cram them into the tree. We want them to kind of stick out from the tree. So we're going to use some of our wired branches from
This looks like it could get tricky.
Yeah, this is where it gets fun. So that these will actually hang away from, out from the tree a little bit, not just directly inside the tree.
So if you order these online, you're going to get it packaged like this. So it'll be in its own little package. That way, if you order multiples, you're not dealing with a lot of entanglement.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah, but see, that just popped out lovely, lovely fashion.
Going back with some of the paper mache stars that have the little red berries and leaves on the outside. So we've got a wooden bead circle with a tree and a bow in it as an ornament, and then we've got a wooden cutout snowflake with wooden beads, and we've got our wooden Mary sign. We're going to add these into the tree and be just about finished. Jen, can you bring me the tree skirt for this tree?
Sure. I got your skirt.
I'm going to take a few extra minutes to get to the...
Would be like my earrings.
Yeah, those are great.
I have made fashion accessories out of lots of things from the tree today.
Mm-hmm. That's useful. If we have leftover, we'll just market them
A
as
new business.
winter attire.
Yes. We'll do David Christopher's fashion collection. This will be a great little Christmas skirt.
Is that a poodle? What makes it a poodle skirt? I don't
If it has a poodle on
It has a poodle? That's the only thing.
I don't know. All right, I guess you can have the skirt for your tree.
So this is a tree skirt. This is a 54-inch round, and this has this braided pattern made out of the faux du peony silk in red. That's going to look great under our Christmas tree.
Yes.
And we'll be done. Most people like to buy their tree skirts and leave them completely flat. When they're like this, I usually try to give them a little bit of the texture because I don't like them completely flat.
Thank you for being a part of our video and our silliness today here at David Christopher's with our holly jolly Christmas theme. We hope if you like this video, you'll give us a thumbs up and you'll subscribe so you don't miss the next video, which will be coming out next Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Yeah.